Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to episode, what episode is it? 15, I think. Yeah.
It's hard to keep up.
It's hard to keep up, yeah. But welcome to Keeping Up with Conspicuous. I do apologise, I'm not feeling 100% today, so we're going to give it our best. But this is Helayna, so this is the marketing genius at Conspicuous, and she is the brains, not just behind the podcast, a lot of other things too, but yeah, she runs the podcast, does the editing and all the stuff on the LinkedIn page for Conspicuous. So
Our camera's a bit wonky, guys, so I do apologise.
that's all right.
But yeah.
So, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's do a little introduction to tell everyone who you are and what you do at Conspicuous.
So, obviously my name's Helayna. I didn't initially want to go into marketing, to be honest with you. I initially did a fashion degree at the University of the Creative Arts. It was called Fashion Promotion and Imaging, so it was sort of marketing, but more for fashion. And then I finished my degree, got a first, which was really good.
Well done.
And then, I found it was really, really hard finding a job in that industry. It's very, very competitive. And since doing it, I thought I want to do something a bit broader, at least with marketing you can do it in anything.
Yeah, figure out where you want to be, I guess, industry and
exactly.
stuff.
Then I ended up here.
And gosh, you've been here, we had this discussion on Tuesday, didn't we? 9 months?
No, a little bit less than that. I think it's about 7 months.
Gosh, okay.
I know, it's gone so quick.
And she's done such a good job, guys. We were sort of looking over numbers the other day, and the amount she's grown our network on LinkedIn is absolutely phenomenal. So any recruitment agencies out there, if you want to reach more people in the industry, I'm just off the bat, consider sort of hiring someone on the marketing side. So what do you do at Conspicuous?
God, quite a lot, I'd say. So obviously the main thing, I'd say, Rob always says to me, my role is to make your guys' jobs easier for you. So
Tick?
Yeah, well, I try, it's quite difficult. Recruitment's very difficult anyway. But yeah, obviously I help with content creation, build the brands, awareness, your guys' personal brand, get our message across, help with the website, LinkedIn especially is what, we use LinkedIn more than anything else. Sort of supporting you guys, whatever you guys need in terms of if you need me to design something for you that you want to post on LinkedIn, stuff like that, really, creative stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And you do a lot with behind the scenes as well that people don't always see, which is important.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so then it kind of leads on to, why do you think marketing is so important in the recruitment world? Why do I use LinkedIn? Why do I post on LinkedIn? Why do I sort of build a personal brand? What's the point?
I think marketing is so important in recruitment. I think obviously I'm quite new to recruitment, but since being here I've realised how important it actually is. When I see you and Luce, for example, how much you guys use LinkedIn and put yourself out there, it's super important, because in my eyes, if I was a candidate looking for a new role and I wanted to work with a recruitment company, seeing the person that you're going to be talking with, getting a sense of their personality, it's super important. I think it's going to put them at ease more. It is just so important, I think.
And what about from client side then? Why should clients make sure their company profiles are pretty good, not just really basic? And
well, I think that I was actually doing a article the other day. I did a candidate guide on our website, and that one of the things I found was the first thing people do is they check your website, they check your LinkedIn page. It's super important. I think you need to make sure that you're putting out there the culture of the company. What your values are. People want to know stuff like that before they work with you. So I think that's it's super important.
I guess it's the same for the clients and for us as a recruitment company. If you don't promote yourselves and get involved online and sell yourself a bit, what's going to make you stand out
Exactly.
from every other.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
Okay, and so for anyone out there that maybe isn't in a particularly marketing type role, like specifically, but gets involved with like stuff on LinkedIn, or for a company, anyone really who does any aspects of marketing in their current role, what are your top tips for them to be successful?
I think the number one thing is like know your business. Okay. Know the culture of your business. Know, like I was saying before, like the value, like you really need to know your business inside and out to make sure that you're marketing like the right message. Like, for us, for example, we're continuous we're always learning new things. We're specialists in dynamics, stuff like that is super important to know your business inside and out. Also, I'd say like attending conferences, webinars, updating your learning constantly. Yeah. I mean, another thing, we're part of TRN, aren't we? So I've got a TRN marketing, the Recruitment Network marketing group chat. I use that so much. We're all putting our own ideas in if we've got any questions, because obviously I'm fairly new to this. I'm not an expert yet. I haven't got as much experience as some of those people. So it's, being in contact with people that do the same thing as you is really, really helpful. But
equally, you're so open to learning new things and using different tools that, we've now, as a result of that, learned new tools and invested in different areas. So, she helps with the video platform tool. So other recruiters out there, bringing someone in on the marketing side to get used to this whole being online and like approaching candidates and clients with a video. We're not just looking at marketing as posting on LinkedIn. Like, there's so much more to that.
Yeah, there is, 100%, yeah.
And what was it, something you said to me when you first joined? You said, there's no point necessarily you posting on LinkedIn if you're not going to like, share and comment on other people's stuff.
Like that's super important. So what employee advocacy is literally the one thing that everyone in the marketing world, like that is so important. Because when you think about it, if you're posting your company's LinkedIn page, it tends to be that companies' pages don't tend to get as much engagement as like your personal profiles. Like it's just fact. So having a team of people that are liking, sharing, commenting, that's getting that post out to 10 times more people. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like that's so important. To making sure that you're getting your team on board with it and you're making sure that they're engaging with you, and same for you, you're engaging with their posts, making sure that they're liking and sharing each other's posts. Like it's so important you support each other. Like that's super important in marketing, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And so going back to like what you do on a daily basis to support us as recruiters, what do you do?
So
I know what you do, but
yeah, so it's sort of a big range, I guess, but I'd say the main sort of things on a daily basis is so obviously you guys posting job adverts, so a really useful tool that I use is Canva. Most marketing people use it. I create templates on there for like job adverts, because you can post a job advert on LinkedIn, but making it look a bit more eye-catching, a bit more engaging, like it might appeal, it does appeal to people more, it stands out more, it makes you a bit different. So I've got like a whole, folder that I regularly update, I add to, of new job advert templates and stuff like that. So that's probably one of the top ones. I also sort of regularly check in on so I know the US team at the moment, sort of been focusing on them at the moment, putting plans together, asking them what message do you want to get out on your social media, like
where are you focusing?
Yeah, like how do you want to come across? What do you want to be seen as?
Because I guess for me, my personal branding would be like, that is what is at the core of that, is just getting to know me and showcasing my personality and people. Okay, 100%. I do a bit on like women in dynamics, women in tech, but someone like Cameron in the US team, one of the boys, he is like head of NetSuite, so he's like focusing on building NetSuite pipeline, which I know you've helped a lot with.
Yeah, exactly. So if you've got a specialism, for example, my sort of job would be, you know, helping you find websites and newsletters that you can sign up to hear about the latest news that you can then share, you know, and give insight on, like things like that is super important. Like for you, obviously your personal brand and Lucy's personal brand is quite different to other people's. You know, you come across as a very friendly, approachable person.
Well, thanks.
Like you do, like because you post a lot of videos and, you know, you can see your personality.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, that's what you guys
want. Not so
want.
much today, but...
Yeah, well, no, I think you're doing fine. But yeah, like whereas, you know, some of the other boys, they want to, you know, they want to come across a bit more professional and a bit more knowledgeable. Not that you're not knowledgeable, but you know what I mean? Like, you're I think, yeah, it's some people, you know, what works for some doesn't work for others. And I guess, my job is sort of, if one thing's not working for them, then we try something else.
What's that saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Like, for you. Like, you know it's working.
The aim of my LinkedIn either as well was never to have it working. It was genuinely, I just love saying what I want to say and talking about what I want to talk about and not just being boring. Like, or in all honesty, Rob probably won't like this, but I hate posting job ads on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I know people want to see that, but that is my least favourite bit about LinkedIn, like, because it's so boring. I remember when I was looking for a job, it's like jobs. You know, I want to understand the culture of somewhere or the people I'm going to be speaking to. I want to like really get into the background of things to then maybe apply for the job advert.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I definitely, you know, I totally understand that, and I think that there's such a taboo around recruiters. So that's why I think it's so important in recruitment to show your personality, show you're not like the stereotypical recruiter.
100%. Yeah, that's quite.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
And that's what you're good at doing for all of us, and especially for like people that are a little bit more wary of getting engaged with LinkedIn. I think marketing people help with that, whether you're an employee somewhere and not in recruitment. You know, marketing teams will sort of work with you to get a bit more involved on it. And okay, so for any recruiters watching out there, what would be your top tips for marketing? Like
be yourself, you know, show your personality like we were just saying. I think that's super important. Shows people that you're approachable, makes them feel more at ease when, you know, if they're going to be speaking to you. Super important. Sharing your knowledge, you know, show people that you know what you're talking about. You know, if you're a specialist in something, prove it, you know, talk about it.
Yeah. Maybe don't use the word specialist because, it's so overused. We are specialists. I never use it in BD now. I did when I first started, and then I thought, do you know what? Actually, how did they know that we're a specialist? Like,
yeah, true. Yeah, and to be honest, we're you know, we're gradually, you know, we don't just specialise in dynamics anymore. You know, we do so much more than that. So yeah, but yeah, like and another thing, obviously we use a platform called Recruiter Insider. Yeah. You know, that is super important to utilise that. So it's like what that is a feedback sort of platform where, you know, as the candidate will leave feedback and potentially leave testimonials, and we get all data and stuff like that we can then share. Like it you know, it creates PDFs and visual stuff that we can then post on LinkedIn and stuff like that. Use that, show how good you are. Don't just say it, prove it.
Yeah. And
that's super important.
And you know, Helayna's talking about a feedback tool. That's not just for reaching out to new clients, that is for existing clients and working with her. I work with Helayna and Lucy does as well to get that feedback and sit down and figure out which is best and put it into format and then send it to existing clients to sort of add value. Yeah,
like it's not just about how we support candidates, it's about how we support clients. You know, we've got data about our clients, not just about the candidate. You know, we regularly maintain contact, don't you guys, with your candidates, even after they've been placed. So having data and information about that is super, you know, it's really good to put out there and show that you're not just gonna get them a job and then be like, see ya. You know, you genuinely care about.
And how can we improve it for the next person? Obviously there's ways to go about it, but say like there's really bad feedback on onboarding, or sorry, not really bad feedback, but you know what I mean, just a slight dip in feedback on the onboarding process. Me and like Helayna can point that out to us, or if I get a really good testimonial come in, I'll either get a WhatsApp message at 10 p.m. from her, or I'll get an email or a Teams message like, you've had a really good testimonial.
I know, and I'm like, put it out there, like show people that you're, you know, and it's good because you don't just post stuff like that. It's like now and then, like every now and then, which is good because it's not like you're like, I'm amazing, you know, you don't want to overdo it at the same time, you know, because you don't want to come across as like, she thinks she's a, you know, but you know, and I think another super, you know, important connections. I know you and Lucy are really on top of that. So like you get 100 connections a week. Use it
for everyone. We're not just talking about recruiters now.
Do it, like And that's another thing for marketing that I didn't mention earlier. You know, like as a, you know, because I do the marketing for Conspicuous. You know, the whole team can invite 30 connections to the company a month. You know, if you add that up between your team, that's quite a lot. If you make sure that they're doing that monthly.
That's such a good point.
Do it.
I bet 90% of recruitment agencies out there don't know that, and companies.
Yeah.
Just think of like, if you're hiring for employees and you were putting out 30 job adverts a week, we do work with some global clients who do this. I know it's such a small thing because a lot of global or international clients will naturally have quite a lot of candidates who want to work for them, but to attract the right candidates, small things like building your network, building connections.
It's so important. Yeah. You know, if you go on someone's profile and they've got 20,000 followers compared to somebody with 1,000 followers, you're going to go to that person.
100%.
Because it shows that, you know, that they've got a big network. You know, a client would rather go to a recruiter with a bigger network and they can actually see the network rather than them hearing, oh, we've got a big network. You know?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, so to summarise then, because this goes so quick, the podcast.
I know.
Future plans. So what are your plans with Conspicuous and like the marketing side of things?
Good question.
I think maybe our existing clients and potential clients might be interested in hearing this. So
yeah, so I'd say that, you know, so at the moment we're like currently in the process of improving our website. That, you know, that's something that's, you know, number one really. Like we're trying to get that improved, enhance it, etc. Make sure that the job search is the way we want it to and stuff like that. Obviously continuing to help you guys and and Conspicuous keeping up with building the brand, making sure that, you know, the ultimate goal is to be the go-to IT recruitment company. You know, that is the ultimate goal here, you know. So making sure that we're pushing the brand, pushing you guys to keep up with your personal brand is super important. As well, like I think we're quite interested in starting to enter some recruitment awards. You know, that's another thing as well. But yeah.
No, I like the recruitment awards bit, that's cool. And I guess the podcast as well. We're trying to
grow our podcast network. Yeah, that's 100%. You know,
that's definitely what we're.
So we're starting to get more special guests on, which is really exciting.
Yeah,
you know, we've got
a lot coming up.
Got a interview next week. We've got another super exciting one in a few weeks, which we're really happy about. So, hopefully that will.
And if there's anyone, just remember, if there's anyone out there who would love to come on the podcast and talk about something recruitment related, that would be amazing. Or any other candidates out there that we've helped previously and you feel like you want to come on and talk about things, that would also be really good.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, I hope you guys found some, I'm sure I did as well, but I hope you enjoyed the episode with Helayna, so thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All things marketing, and I'm sure we'll do another one at some point and maybe focus down on either the client side or candidate side as well.
Definitely.
So thank you so much. And I'm going to just finish things off while Helayna stops the live and sorts out the
That's
video.
the problem with being a podcast editor.
And being on the podcast.
And on the podcast.
Away.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so next week we'll be joined by the team at Hinterview, which is the video marketing platform tool we use, Conspicuous. So keep an eye out for that. And thank you so much for joining us on episode 15.